While getting a job is what most people follow to get ahead in life, it has proven to be the worst way to actually gain financial success in the long run. If you look at some of the richest people in the world, you would realize that none of them have a job. Most people get up almost every single day to work for someone, and as you do this, you are giving others the freedom to live their life. This is what makes job a distraction for you and many other people. It is distracting you from becoming free, and yes, most people might argue that they need a job to pay their bills, but we all have been programmed from birth to have some behavioral characteristics that will make us forever poor if we don't change them. And one of them is thinking that a job can make us financially free. Before you think about working for money for your entire life, here is an eye-opening story. Once there was a man called John. He is a hard worker, always on time, always punctual, and always gets the work done. He has been rewarded a lot of time as Employee of the Month. He has got a lot of bonuses. He even gets pay raise from his boss. His boss loves him so much because he has been making a positive impact for the company's growth. John always talks about retiring at 60 and how he will be just relaxing on the beachside with his beautiful wife. He always talks about all the fun things he will do when he retires, and that is what motivates John to keep on working hard, to keep on doing a good job. He didn't have time for his wife, so his wife cheated on him on many occasions. He didn't have time for his kids, so his kids didn't feel that fatherly connection with him. All he does is work all his life waiting to retire so he can do all the things he wanted. Even though John was a hard-working man, he was never happy, but he promised that when he turns 60, that is when he will truly become happy. Sadly, John got sick by the age of 59, and the last word he said before he died was, "I should have never waited to be 60 to start living." The question you should ask yourself is, are you waiting to live your life, or do you want to live your life now? So in this video, I will break down 3 reasons your job is a distraction and the best advice to eliminate your job and get rich quicker. So leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are new, and let's start with the 3 things your job is distracting you from. The first thing your job is distracting you from is time. When you have a job, you are trading time for money. A job sucks because it consumes all your time for paper money, and what is worse is that money keeps losing its value year by year. Things are getting way more expensive, and the pay rate will raise just a little. In a job, you sell your life for money. If you work, you get paid, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. What if I told you that there are millionaires out there doing less work than you, but they are making way more money than you? They not only put in less work, but they could be anywhere in the world while making money. In fact, to make $1 million from the typical job will take 15 years or more. And there are people out here making $1 million within 3 to 5 years, and they don't have jobs. Isn't that mind-blowing? Your job is distracting you from time. You work 5 days a week just to get 2 days of freedom, and by the end of the year you accomplish nothing, but yet still you are always busy. The second thing a job distracts you from is experience. Did you know it takes about 20 hours to learn a skill? But you might say, how does a job distract you from experience if when you go to your job and work, you will then have the experience to do the job? That is the thing, you have the experience to do that job, and that is the only experience you will ever have. The thing about a job experience is that it is usually organized into group of activities that is routinely repeated day after day. By the time you have known exactly how to do the job, you automatically stop learning. A habit is form, which is just to do that specific routine over and over and over again. The next thing you know is, you are a master of doing your job. You may feel a little good inside. Your boss may love you, but you have to get up and work for someone else every day, making them richer. You became a master of making your boss richer and have financial freedom, but for you, you became a slave to your job. Which would you rather? Would you rather to be a master of doing your job perfectly, or a master of becoming financially free to the point in which you don't need a job or you work whenever you feel? The only way you can get the right experience is to have the time, resources, and knowledge to work on a skill or a product that can add value to someone's life. This experience should be repetitive so that you can become a master at what you do, but you can only choose one. You cannot be a master of working for someone else and a master of building a product that can make you financially free. You have never heard of a billionaire that has a job and a business, and if you do hear of a billionaire like that, then his job is to get rich and not make someone else rich. The third thing your job is distracting you from is control. The thing about a job is that you cannot control when you work, how you work, and most importantly, how much you get paid. And if you don't control your income, you can never control your financial plan. All the control is in the boss's hands, which means that you have to do what you have been told every time. And if you fail to do it, then you might get fired. One of the main things that causes you to lack control when working the typical 9 to 5 is time again. Because if you want to gain control over your job, then you have to set up other possible income streams. But if you don't have enough time to do that, then you will never have control. And what is worse, you will depend on just one source of income to get by in life. Imagine working at a job for years and you cannot get a reasonable pay raise, and what if that one source of income got cut off due to economic factors? How long could you survive without a job? Now let's talk about the best advice to eliminate your job and get rich quicker. Have you ever heard the story about the donkey and the carrot? Well, it goes something like this. A man wanted to motivate his donkey to move so that the donkey can go wherever he wants it to go. But the donkey would not move. So what the man do is dangle a carrot in front of the donkey's eyes so that it forces him to chase the carrot. After the donkey has reached the destination the man wants it to reach, the donkey is then giving the carrot as a reward, and this process will repeat. The poor donkey doesn't know that this was a trap and has been doing it until it dies. If you make the donkey represents most people, the carrot represents your paycheck every Friday, and the man represents your boss. This story signifies how most people live. The man is in control of what you do and when you get paid. In the story, the donkey feels that is it. Stop doing what the master wants it to do. It will never get any carrot, and you feel like if you stop working for money, you will never survive. Now, I'm not telling you to just get up and quit your job without having a plan. I'm telling you this story to make you become more aware that you will never be in control of your destiny if you keep working for money. But you may wonder, what are the rich doing different from the poor to become financially free? Well, to understand this, you need to know how money is made. Money can be made through providing a service or a product. Rich people provide products, poor people provide services, but let's dig even deeper so you can understand. A product in a business is anything that can be offered to more than one person at a given time in exchange for money, and a service in a business is anything that can be offered to less people at a given time, because a service requires some amount of time and energy to get it done. Without a service, there will be no product. A businessman has more than one customers who will give him money for his products. An employee has only one customer, and that one customer is his boss. An employee delivers a service to the business. From that service, there can be a product in which the businessman delivers to as many customers as possible. The businessman has more time on his hand to then market his business to garner more customers. An employee can never market his service because it requires too much time and energy. Because an employee can only do a certain amount of service for the businessman at a given time, the businessman would then have to hire more than one employee to keep his business running. The more employees a businessman hires who can provide the service efficiently, the more the businessman will become free and don't need to work for money. In some cases, you can create a product with a few people and still make loads of money. A self-employed person is a person that's offering both a product and a service. A self-employed person normally has more than one customer and works for himself. The service is the process to create the product. The product is for the customers, but the amount of money a self-employed person makes is limited because he has to both provide the service and the product, which will take time. If you look at everything that is made by man, they are products, and behind those products were some forms of service. Sometimes that product can be made from one person, and sometimes it can be made from more than one person. If a person can form a business around a good product with good employees, then this person will become rich.